Jose, California, for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by West Coast Productions in association with Silicon Valley Sports and Entertainment. This bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Marty Keller, executive director Armando Garcia. Judging this bout from ringside, Dan Stell, Steve Morrow, and Susan Thomas Gitlin, and our referee in charge of this bout, John Shorley. All right, fans, here we go with a rematch you've all been waiting for. 3 5-minute rounds scheduled in a heavyweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and MMA fans joining us around the world, from San Jose, California, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet 5 inches. He weighed in at 210 pounds. He is a well-versed mixed martial artist specializing in kickboxing and submission wrestling with a record of 23 wins and 7 losses. Representing Team Golden Glory and hailing from Amsterdam, Holland, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Alistair, the Demolition Man Overeem. And his opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet even. He weighed in at 209 pounds. Specializing in the disciplines of boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, his MMA record stands at 13 wins and 6 losses. Representing Brazil Fight Club, ladies and gentlemen, here is the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, introducing Vitor, the Phenom Belfort. And once again, here's John Shorley now to give instructions.
Okay, guys, this main event is dedicated to the loving memory of Ryan Bennett. Give me a good, clean fight. Touch gloves, good luck.
Phil, your keys for this main event.
Man, I'm on the edge of my seat for this one. Overeem's got to use his height and use those knees. Look to set up that guillotine. Belfort's got to box, slip, use angles, use his crafty, slick boxing, get inside, be in and out, and not keep his head down, not get hit with those knees. I mean, it's going to be a war. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait. 2 of the best light heavyweights in the world.
Thank you, Phil. Our referee, John Shorley, says we're ready to go. Overeem and Belfort. They'll engage.
Wow, this is a treat. Phil hit it on the head. These are some of the greatest fighters we've got currently in the sport as light heavyweights.
A patient start.
And Vitor is amazingly fast with those hands. And kicks.
Starts with his legs.
Overeem's doing a nice job of cutting him off. Whoa!
Right hand delivered by Belfort.
It looked like he was coming in with a flying knee and he got whacked for it. Alistair pressing the action. Controlling the distance.
And waiting to strike, it seems.
Vitor is a southpaw, so that straight right, that big right kick, all of that is money on that style stance.
As you know, though, he's got that terrific right cross, though, as well. He can mix it all together. And now the man from the Netherlands looks to counter.
Oh,
and he does
kick.
so with a big kick.
Like we were talking about, southpaw stance sets you up for that power kick. Grappling for position.
Down they go!
Attempted knee gets it dumped.
And Belfort trying to assert himself. Overeem looking for a way out.
Great work, flipping it over, head down. Just got to watch the knees here. See Overeem looking at that knee. He's confident, cool, knows what's going on.
He's pondering the possibilities. It's Belfort on top. Tries to spin around.
Yep, went for the back spot.
Locks it up.
He's got the hooks. Does he got the chin? He doesn't have the chin.
Overeem escapes.
And Overeem's got to flip around. He can't stay there.
Rights and
there
lefts
we go.
by Belfort.
Full mount by Belfort now.
And he's pounding away.
Overeem's got to start popping them hips. He's got to start bridging and popping them hips. This is how you get cut.
Left hand after left hand by Vitor Belfort.
Overeem puts him back in the guard. Nice up kick with that right leg. Belfort just tenacious on staying on top. He wants to be right there punching.
Very comfortable inside the guard. Sporting the God tattoo on his right bicep. Vitor recently writing a book, handing out pamphlets to all of those in attendance tonight at HP Pavilion.
Very religious and focused man, Mr. Belfort.
When they met a year ago in Osaka, Japan, it went 9 minutes and 36 seconds into the initial round. A reminder, in Pride Fighting, opening round goes 10 minutes. And it is Belfort dictating the early terms.
They seem to slow down here. Overeem looking for hand control. I don't know if he's trying to set up a hold or just kick him away or look to box. He's not really making any submission attempts. Not sitting up, or there's a knee across. That's about it. Belfort's got to unload here. He's got to make him pay for this bottom position.
And John Shorley brings the fighters back to their feet. Here we go.
Overeem with a quick check on his corner. A little bit of update and info. I think it's a big right hand or a big right leg. Oh.
And
Belfort giving it up.
Allowing Overeem to drop to his knees. And now Alistair tries to work that superior position to his advantage.
Maybe Belfort thinks his guard game is a little slicker than Overeem's.
Final minute, opening rounds. Worked both hands in synchronicity there, did Overeem.
The double elbow drop, fantastic.
Continues to fire away with the left hand and the elbow.
Good work, too. Look, right hand of the body, right hand of the head, left elbow. Good, clean, crossing the body combos, and there's the double karate chop.
They're showing all they have to offer inside this cage.
It's working. It's making Vitor put his hands up, and he can't work on his holds or his position.
30 seconds left, opening round.
Nice. No real damage done, but a couple of dinging shots from Overeem.
A few more right hands find their way to the head of Belfort. 10 seconds to go. First round. And the first of 3 5-minute rounds, fairly even.
Fairly even. I mean, they both kind of worked their game, felt each other out, but I think the second round will be telling on who's going where. Oh, here's that Belfort punch. Straight. Oh, looping right. Caught him right in the air. Overeem with the attempted knee. There's that big knee again. He just stepped out of the way and threw that short shot. Almost creamed him right in the neck. There's that big round kick to the center like we were talking about. Vitor blocks, but it still moves him out of position. Boom, followed up. Oh, beautiful. Overeem trying that high knee. Vitor catching the leg, spinning him all the way around. And there's those double elbows, that double karate chop. Hey, everything works, man. Everything works.
Phil, what stood out for you?
Oh, it was a good, tough round. Belfort had the very beginning, was dominating him on the ground, dominating with the takedown. Then he pulled guard and made it a close round. I'm not sure the tactic. I give it to Belfort slightly, but I wonder about these judges here, these inexperienced judges. They might have given it to Overeem because he ended up on top.
That's a very astute point. Belfort started in jiu-jitsu at 13, champion of his native Brazil at 16. At 17, came to the U.S. to learn from the famed Carlson Gracie. And they're back down to the ring.
Belfort looks a little more tired. He didn't come out as fresh and bouncy as Overeem did.
Well, Alistair told us he got off the plane heavy, had to drop about 15 pounds rapidly to make weight.
He is gigantic for a light heavyweight. One of his huge advantages in this match, his height and his weight. Ooh, nice leg kick.
The Phenom strikes. Overeem content to remain on his back.
Well, I think this is a great tactic by Vitor. He'll kick those feet and break them feet up a little bit. Overeem gets up, his feet will hurt. He won't have the same mobility or comfort level throwing those kicks and knees.
Few more
Like he ate
delivered.
one there.
Got his attention.
Yep. Talked about that height, and long legs are working for him.
Left hand by Overeem.
Good flow. Left hook, left knee. There it is again. Almost got it caught again.
But Belfort there defensively.
This is where Overeem should get that clinch going, get that head wrestle going, get that underhook going, and start working his Muay Thai. Vitor complaining about a low blow.
And time has been called by John Shorley.
There's that knee, right for the low. Oh, yeah, that was a good clean shot.
Fighters set to re-engage.
Nice. Overeem's beating him to the wrestle.
And now let's see about their tactics on the ground. It's all about the guillotine choke for Overeem. If he can lock that on, things are typically done.
He has a wicked one, too.
You see the time remaining. Second of 3 scheduled rounds. Right hand after right hand being thrown by Overeem.
Great clean tactic to start softening up that body and fatiguing him out. Vitor's a striker. He's got to have his body underneath him to stand up and do his work. Take that body away from him, he's not going to have any power on those punches. Overeem scoring every time. Little shots, but they're scoring each time. Yep, there's a right hand to the head.
Certainly piling up the points,
Yep.
it would seem.
Oh, you got to remember, this is a brand new sport, so all of our judges are still boxing judges. They're going to look for punches thrown, damage done, perceived punching. Oh, nice knee. Oh, Overeem with a left elbow, right uppercut that almost lands. There he goes back to the guard. I think Phil was right. It's a passive motion where he goes defensive right there, and he's giving away, points in the fight, and he's also taking damage.
Specifically at the midsection, although Vitor tries to hammer something, but he's just being overpowered at this stage by Overeem.
Vitor's keeping an open guard, trying to keep him up high so he can work his legs around him, try to get that try to get that leg choke or that arm bar.
90 seconds left in round 2.
Oh!
Lands a few there. Strategy goals in mind.
Yep. I think Overeem's content just to beat on him. A couple big shots.
Effective aggressiveness is the boxing term, with 45 seconds to go in the second round.
Oh,
reversal.
Great reversal. Belfort sweeps him with his legs. Clean reversal on top of the guard. He's got to get those hands going. He's got to get the same amount of damage he got in on Overeem when the roles were reversed.
Which means he has to start throwing with more ferocity.
Yep.
Trying to sneak those left hands in, but you see Overeem hammering away with the right. 10 seconds to go in the second round.
It's boxing on the bottom.
And that's it for round number 2.
Great gamemanship and sportsmanship. Vitor helped him up. Oh, here's that big hook. Oh, glancing though. Wasn't on the button, and Vitor was moving out of the way a little bit. And here's a beautiful reversal that Vitor had. His legs inside. He underhooks, flips him right over. Bam, right on top and in the guard.
Phil, how have you seen things so far?
Belfort giving away the takedowns gives Overeem the edge, in my opinion. Hey, Frank, when we fight, do me a favor. Squat and sit guard for me, will you?
Well, you don't have to worry about that. I'll be standing over you unconscious. You can judge my body from that position.
As long as nobody hits me, fellas, I'm happy just to talk about this thing, but I hope it's in the works.
Yeah. Nah.
Hey, Frank, my name ain't Caesar. It's the NYBA, and
Here we go. 3 minutes of pain. Or is it 5?
Final 5.
5 minutes. That's
to settle
telling.
this one.
Oh.
Big right foot by Overeem.
Overeem's got to keep him up. You got to keep him up, scare him, tire him out, get him to duck his head and choke him.
Exchange of knees.
Overeem's got those nice classic tie knees. They come out from the outside, work their way in. Ooh.
Showing his Muay Thai background, one of the more skilled competitors in that discipline.
Wow, big punches right here in front of us.
They lock up directly in front of our broadcast position.
Oh, Overeem with the right elbow.
And it was highly effective.
That knee to the body just took some life out of him right there. Belfort jumped right to his back.
Overeem continues to throw the more punishing punches.
Nice.
Another large right hand.
Overeem with a mouth cover. He was warned for choking a minute ago.
3:20 to go in the final round. They're heading back to their feet.
Oh, he's winding up.
And back into the guard.
Overeem's got a great shot defense, but he doesn't really need it. Belfort's content just to kind of sit down. I think it's a passive move that's going to cost him the whole fight, though. It doesn't look like he's trying to do anything.
I agree. The perception could be costly. With 2:45 to go, Overeem remains the aggressor.
Here we go.
He loves that double shot. Excellent timing to make that a punishing shot.
They want him up.
2:15 left in the final round.
Good knees. Overeem landed both those knees. Oh, good power.
First extended stand-up exchange we've seen for quite some time.
Oh, and pays for it.
It seemed Belfort went down far too easily, but Overeem exacted a price.
The old classic mouth cover. Still legal, thank goodness.
90 seconds remaining. More right hands by the Demolition Man, trying to pound his way to the win.
Vitor's looking very fatigued. The hips have stopped coming out. He's really not in a position to do much retaliatory.
And when you've been away from MMA, there is a
timing, speed, awareness, everything goes down. Now, somebody's bleeding good on the head. Looks like Vitor's got a little cut up on top.
Final minutes, final round.
He threw that knee and then just gave it up. Crowd voicing their disapproval. Let's hope the judges don't do the same.
Well, we did have the surprising split decision a few fights ago that Melendez used to defeat Guida and take the title. There's a reversal, but time is imperative now with 30 seconds to go.
Well, he's got to just do something. He's got to go for it, go for a hold.
You see the time winding down, 15 seconds left. Did Vitor Belfort do enough to make it close in the minds of the judges? We'll find out. This one goes the distance.
Yeah, here's Belfort ducking that big power punch, but look at that, dropping right to the ground and going passive. Jumping to his back, jumping to his guard. I think it's a mistake. There's some nice punches by Overeem, working that. Look, forearm, hammer fist, right hand, left hand. Good body, head. Good clean work. I think he took the life out of his body. Here's the last effort by Belfort. Try to get himself out. Got to beat on him a little bit, try to do some damage. He got up a little bit, but I just don't think it was much at the end to try to steal it or try to get a judge's favor.
Phil Baroni, who won this fight?
2-1 Overeem. I mean, Belfort kind of gave it up at the end. He shouldn't have pulled guard. I mean, the sweep was there. He got it twice, but too little, too late, you know? And it doesn't look good. It looks submissive to the judges pulling guard like that. I mean, I don't know. I would never do that. I don't think Frank would ever do that. And I know we won't do that when we fight.
Well, Phil continues to look forward, and we all would love to see Shamrock and Baroni get it on. We'll find out how the judges saw this one. It'll come down to the perspectives of Dan Stell, Steve Morrow, and Susan Thomas Gitlin. For Overeem, started training as a teenager with his brother. Says he got beat up a lot, but learned to defend himself. Came to Muay Thai boxing at 17. A year ago, one of 4 semifinalists at the Pride tourney.
Rounds of action. We go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Judges at ringside, Dan Stell and Steve Morrow both scored about 29-28. Susan Thomas Gitlin scores about 30-27. All three in favor of the winner, Alistair, the Demolition Man, Overeem.
Overeem wins it, unanimous decision. The Demolition Man was more explosive, so no revenge for the Phenom, Vitor Belfort. And he looks marked up as well as defeated on this night in Northern California. Let's hear from our victorious fighter. Check in with Frank Shamrock.
Guys, I'm up here in the ring. I've got our winner, Alistair Overeem, light heavyweight superstar. Big fight tonight, big giant crowd, fantastic victory. I was really, really impressed. You're a freaking stud. Give me one name of who you want to fight next.